Welcome back everyone, hope you're doing well today. We're doing a short video today on how to control the PCI because it is a little bit sensitive, especially after the big patch a while ago. And we're going to be talking about two different things today involving why I don't use the PCI and the plate discipline videos that we've already done, kind of talking about those again and trying to fit them into this topic. This also touches on the not pitching to corners, but obviously the hitting side because we did talk about the sensitive PCI that day, but now we're going to talk about how to use it on the hitting side. So as you guys have noticed, the PCI is very sensitive, and even a small flick will bring the PCI to its farthest reach, which is mostly off of the plate. So this really causes an issue with reacting instead of tracking. So as you guys know, I'm a reactor. I try to react to where I think the ball is going to land on the two-dimensional plate and try to place the PCI on that spot. If you're someone that tracks the ball with the PCI, honestly this probably isn't a huge issue for you and you probably don't really need this video. So if you watched that no PCI video, I explained why I don't use the PCI, and it was OP before the big patch, but right now it's got a lot of drawbacks. So if you're like me and maybe you took the advice from that video and you like to hit with the PCI off, maybe it helps you see the ball better and improves your discipline. So what you have to do with this sensitive PCI is that you really have to double down on that discipline. For me, it's nearly impossible to try and react to pitches and also to hit the slightly off-center pitches at the same time, right? So I can't cover both of those pitches. So what I end up doing is I hit those middle pitches right down the middle, and I also hit those corner pitches, but I have to have good timing. So if you don't have that like timing and experience, it's really hard to be consistent hitting those corner pitches. So what you have to do is choose one or the other. Obviously, the math is on your side if you choose to hit the off-center middle pitches, but either way, you have to sit on something, and 100% this just comes down to discipline. Either you got to sit on a corner pitch or you got to sit on the middle pitch. The problem with the corner pitches is that you could end up swinging at a lot of balls and chasing a lot of pitches. If you're just looking for those middle pitches, being disciplined, and just trying to adjust the PCI slightly, you're going to be able to hit those pitches at a pretty good rate without chasing pitches. So that's the biggest thing. When you don't have the visual PCI in front of you to look at, you really have to sit on something, and if you're hitting something over the middle of the plate, you can't try to react to those corner pitches at the same time. So I've talked about it before, there are some off-center pitches that are like sliders just low of center, and those I usually swing right through because I'm reacting to the break and I think it's going to break off the plate, and I yank the PCI and swing right through it, even though it was a middle pitch. And in real life, that's probably a very hittable pitch. If you have the PCI, it's probably a hittable pitch. But since the PCI is off, I can't be looking to react that quickly. So if I just tell myself I'm not going to react to any pitch, I'm just going to look towards the middle of the plate, it can work for you. So the question becomes, why not just use the PCI, right? Turn the PCI back on. And honestly, I'm tempted to say that's probably a good idea. For me, I have so much experience playing with the PCI off, it's probably going to make it worse for me. But for a lot of people that are trying to feel things out and trying to accelerate their learning, it's probably better just to turn the PCI on at this point, honestly. I know this kind of goes back on the video that I made about not using the PCI and the advantages about it, but at this point, after we've seen the patch and how it's gone for the last few months, I would have to say that turning the PCI back on is going to be better for you. Now, discipline is going to be a little bit harder. It may be harder for you to pick up the ball out of the pitcher's hand, but at the same time, there are more advantages to having the PCI on. So I would recommend playing with that a little bit more, be more disciplined, really look into that 12 tips video and see what you can do about that. But over time, you're going to be seeing that people will throw pitches over the middle a bit more, and you're going to be hitting those pitches, which is going to be advantageous for you. I may try that as well, but it's not likely. If you guys do try it, let me know, see how it works for you. Honestly, at this point, turning off the PCI, it seems kind of useless. So if you guys have any more thoughts about this, let me know in the comments. Drop a like if you enjoyed this video, if you thought it's useful. I know it's going back on what I've said before, but the way that this game plays, it's kind of shown that PCI is pretty necessary at this point. So we're going to be streaming NBA 2K19 this Wednesday, so make sure to drop by. We will continue to do MLB streams on the weekends, and I'll have a better schedule for you soon. Look out for more videos every weekend. We will still be posting MLB The Show videos throughout the rest of the year, so look out for those. And drop any suggestions for videos that you have in the comments below, and I will see you later.